So the quest continues to enjoy myself without using the real C64. Obviously playing C64 games or VIC-20 games. But before I can play any more VIC-20 games, I have to either rename all the files with the correct flags, so the theC64 can actually load them with the correct amount of memory, or stick them all into disk images, which is even worse. So we're going to be doing a Delta Mixi load. Oh no, I was enjoying that. There you go, mate. There you go. Don't get that while you're waiting for the excitement to build whilst playing your rubbish SNES games. We've just slowed down. There's no slow down on this game, mate. Now this has got to be the killer test for any joystick you're forced to use on any device. Oh yeah, has the Mega 65 got real Atari joystick ports? You fucking better have for that money. In fact, I might do a very negative video about the Mega 65. I couldn't give a shit, mate. You wanted to make it better, you should have given me the fucking one you wasted on that fucking nostalgia nerd cunt. And the fucking 8-bit goit. He's another fucking prick. What's he know about the C64? Fuck all, mate. Fuck all. And so do all the people who subscribe to them channels and give them money. They're fucking losers, mate. All of them. You'll have to wait. There's no way I'm playing this game. Well, actually, how do you change all the, there we go. We want their music, innit? So you can play it with keyboard, no thanks. I don't think it's 2-player co-op. Yeah, that sounds like the Holy Trinity for Delta to me, mate. One player, because no one's allowed in my house, because of the fucking virus. Joystick control and music. Oh wow, the tune's already been massacred. See, look. You really do need the power-up straight away with this game. You can't even make it to the top of the screen to get any power-ups. Now the power-up system that can kill you is really shit. I don't think we actually got a power-up there. So. I don't think it starts you from the beginning, which is a bit bad. Considering you need the fucking power-ups, mate. Well, I only need speed up at the moment. Ah, bloody hell. And it would have been an easy one to pick up. Easy! Easy at the weekend, maybe. It's not really fast enough yet. You need like 2 speed ups. Because this game is insanely difficult, they should have had, you know, the speed up level, you know, fast or very fast. Firing rate is shit as well. I don't know which one does that. I only wanted to hear the music, if I'm honest. I don't know if I can make the graphics look a bit less HDMI, shall we say. Let's have a look here. That and colour balance, normal. That's more like a real C64 on a rubbish monitor, so we put that back to cool. Look like this on a Sony CRT. Can actually change the gamma somewhere. Here we go. Go, much better. But it doesn't make a huge difference to the picture being output. Probably makes a massive difference to the quality. Yeah, it doesn't make a huge difference to the picture on this thing. I probably had the colour turned way up because I could. That's all you need to know, mate. Just because. Why? Because Y isn't Z, mate, whatever that means. Some weird girl I dated for a bit used to say that. Very colourful, sir. Now for the second day in 48 hours, my plasma started buzzing again really loudly. Luckily if I hit it near the bottom it stopped, so I don't know what's going on with that. So if this TV goes, I'm going to be really fucked because I don't want a new TV, they're all shit. Technically this is a win for, look, it does show you what the power-ups will do. This is a win for the theC64 loading a tape. Because it actually worked. And we got to mess about with a mixie load, which is great. If you never had this game back in the day and you just run it off the SD to IEC, you're going to have no appreciation for part of the package, and part of the package is the mixie load. It was a big thing back then. Now when I got this game, I had a Competition Pro, but I don't think it had a rapid fire. I think Competition Pro Extra had the 5000. This is the same rubbish joystick as the C64 Direct to TV or DTV. Shoot aliens and collect ding dongs. Oh crap. So you can't get down there fast enough. Ah! Usually they have a quit option in the Calamus games. Not this time though, but it's very easy to lose lives, don't worry. I remember definitely getting to the Sea of Dreams, because I thought that, I don't know if I got to the Sea of Fire. Look, any score will get you up there, so they know the game's difficult. They didn't insult you by putting any scores in the high score table. They're probably all, yeah, see, they're all 0. I'm better than Stavros at this game, and he bloody programmed it. I don't know who the Andrew is as part of the design. Right, now that we know where we've got to go straight away, that's all we needed. Speed up's usually down the bottom. Don't seem to be going fast enough now. See, that is so close, you wouldn't want to risk it. I'll get another speed up. Stay near the bottom. I don't seem to be going that fast. Alright, the power-ups have to disappear off the screen before the power-up is activated. So basically picking up tokens. And you do need rapid fire with this bloody thing. I'm having a hernia here. Why didn't I get any more power-ups? Ah, bloody hell. Ah, crap. Ah! Now the speed up's too much. You really need a decent joystick on this. If you went to the arcade and you saw Gradius or Nemesis and the joystick on the cabinet was knackered, you won't play it. Yeah, it always gets me, innit? The risk reward factor is too close. Let's get the fishy wishes. I don't, there we go. Oh bloody hell. Just gonna avoid this bastard. I ain't got the firepower for you yet, buddy. Ah! Game over already. That's probably what it was like the first time you played it, if you had a shit joystick like this. Now I would have had the option of the quick shot turbo because it has rapid fire built in. It's not like you need to press fire for the weapon's power up, but you shouldn't lose a life for crashing into a power up that you haven't got enough tokens for. So I guess that's the end of that one then with this. There we go. Oh, look at that, eh? Look how colourful it is now. I don't think I've ever played Desert Rat. So I haven't got a TAPuino, so for actually playing games from the full tape image, this is the only option I've got at the moment. Which is probably a good thing, because I ain't sorted the desk out yet. There's still loads of crap all around the room. I've got to find somewhere to put them, because they can't go back on the desk. It's like the Battlestar Galactica at the end of season 4. And I ain't got any of that Cylon goop to stick it together. Perhaps Gorilla Glue is marketing bullshit. Or maybe it is actually good, and it would be like the Cylon goop they put in the cracks in the chassis of the Galactica. There's only one thing worse than black tea with no sugar, and that's cold black tea with no sugar. Cold mint tea is alright. Now this obviously has got some sort of really shit loader, so this is causing burning on the bloody plasma. It's not good. Mind you, I know for a fact that buzzing is a fault on some plasmas when it's like really loud. They do make a faint buzz similar to a CRT. It's a different noise, but it does sort of react in a similar way to different brightnesses and how much of the screen is bright as an average as well. I actually got a Mitsubishi SVHS video recorder on the 1980s dining table, actually. It's right next to the VCS. And the sun clock. I've got to show you the sun clock. Oh, excuse me. Let's have a look. There we go. This thing is brilliant. You'll find this in the 1980 or 79 Argos catalogue. Look at that, man. Isn't that brilliant? That's such a brilliant thing. Now, I bought one in mint condition for my mum. And she's like, "What are you buying me old shit for?" She didn't actually say shit. So, and I explained to her, not only are these clocks better than the rubbish you get now, basically they're all the same cheap shit mechanism you get in like a £3-4 little clock. They've just put it in a bigger case. And these things, oh, damn it, I can't remember who makes it now. I think it's a German company. Anyway, they have smooth movement of the second hand, like a Rolex. It's very important. Now the clocks we had at school, you could hear them ticking. You can't hear these tick, which is good on the 5% of the time on any given time span from like 1 day to like 1 year, that you get complete silence. I actually don't mind the sound of the traffic. Probably because I used to have to stay in loads of hotels and motels for my work. I stayed in the Hilton National when there was a fire. If only there was some fit girls also attending the what course was I on then? I know who did the course. It was a company somewhere in Europe called Pink Elephant DCMS. That sounds very dodgy. It was for a service management qualification to become a service man. Ah, ITIL, yes. ITIL. Good news is something has loaded potentially. That could just be a shit intro. General Masters Corporate. I've never heard of this company. This does not bode well. I probably could have done this screen in BASIC. Your men are lost in the moving mine. Why is the minefield moving? Are they strapped to fucking moles? Is Monty Mole and his many clones been captured and they had mines. No, actually it's before Monty Mole. Yeah, before there was Sonic the Hedgehog, mate, there was Monty Mole. There you go. They didn't have any speed boost capability. Okay, so from the description it sounds like a rubbish forced scrolling cannon fodder in Petsky graphics probably. Okay. So it's not Petsky graphics. Random dot stereogram background, here we go. Sorry retinas, I apologise in advance. Yeah, it won't have that effect on you. The screen is so big I can see perspective. Fuck me, there's a 1 second delay. Fucking moving. You can't move diagonally. What a shit game. There was no loading picture, there was no loading music. Actually, I just realised, yes. Yeah, we need to come out of here. Couldn't tell you where I got these tapes from, honestly couldn't. These are, you know, C64 tapes, so I don't know if it was game based, but because of the way they're named, it could be the toe set. Oh yeah, I downloaded that thing the other day, didn't I? It was like 19 gigabytes and it was finished in minutes. But I still don't think my internet is worth 65 quid a month. I might actually have months off without the internet. You know, when there's fuck all on TV and I don't need to order anything online. And, I don't think it works that way. You'd have to have like, you know, 3 months of internet and then cancel it a month in advance. It says Kickstart Mastertronic version 1. So I guess the last one is Mr. Chip Software. Well, I'm guessing it says Mastertronic. It just says Ich V1. Ich bin ein Mastertronic version 1 in it. Yes, my channel is very childish, I guess. That is true. I've explained that many times. C64, especially for games like this, is more of a child's toy than like, you know, an intelligent adolescent's coding platform or bit of tech that you want to fathom. It was just, I had a VCS. VCS is great. Now it's time for the C64. So what if I have to wait 5 minutes for Commando to load? Doesn't matter. It's 20 quid cheaper than Commando on the VCS. That kind of thing. But yeah, the early games I was still a kid. So yeah, I was still riding my BMX when I actually bought BMX racers. And not because I was a cool 18-year-old mish, you know, riding around in your fucking mongoose or your Diamondback. No sir, that definitely wasn't the case. Just me, my little Triumph TV, which is a rebadged Grundy. There you go, look at that picture, it's a fantastic picture. Now, this picture obviously only appears on the Mastertronic release. So actually, I would never buy a Kickstart on Mr. Chip and Mastertronic. And I would probably only buy the Mastertronic version. Obviously, because it's cheaper. And today, Like, you know, meaning if you went on eBay. It's that twat with the dogs that are smaller than the cat that I was thinking of getting. Can you believe that? What are those? Border collie. Yeah, there are cats that are the size of border collies. Definitely female border collies, because I had one of those. That would be Sasha. I gave those 2 dogs away for free though, to someone who had kids that were sort of like in the 8 to 9-year-old range. I think he had 2 kids actually, and I just didn't ask for any money. Looking at the car that they drove, but and I delivered the dogs to their house, so obviously the dogs got a good transition. I stayed there for like 5-10 minutes. They had a nice garden. They seemed to live in a nice area, but you know, you could say that's a big mortgage. Who knows, mate? But I knew that the dogs would be happy there, because when you got 2 kids that age, both parents cannot be like working and missing from the house 14 hours a day like I was, which is unfair on dogs. And I didn't really have a big garden. Well, I did live like less than 5 minutes walk from a fairly big park actually. Well, that was nice. But yeah, so I only really had dogs for about a year. I always wanted a dog, and I reminded my mum of this yesterday. I said to her, when I was a kid, you said I can have a dog when I'm 16. I always wanted a husky dog or a white Alsatian. I can't remember which it would have been the preference, but one of those 2. And when I was 16, I was like, no, wait till you're 18. And then she was like, when I was 18, she was like, well, why don't you just get a dog when you get your own place? Well, how can you have a dog if you end up in like even a flat, which would be a miracle in the age of free credit but no wages, unlike the useless millennials who are now guaranteed to get £9.50 an hour, no matter how pathetic and fucking useless they are. Yeah, anyway, doesn't really look like it would have looked like on a CRT. I mean, but then I have really fucked about with the colours, because Delta uses the grey too much, and the darkest grey on the C64 is actually medium grey. You get medium grey, light grey, very light grey, and white. See, so on a black background they do look a bit crap. You might be able to adjust that on one of the 2 potentiometers inside the C64 modulator. So you can actually change the colour saturation. I might do that one day on my dead channel. Well, yeah. See, I was going to play Infiltrator, but I thought I don't actually know how to play it. So, and then it was like, okay, we need the instructions. So I was like, oh, I know where one copy of it is. Probably has the instructions. Don't know if you can see it in the camera. Infiltrator does the can-can. Yeah, where'd you get that, mate? And unless the instructions are printed inside the inlay, which they could be. There you go. And there's a rubbish cover there, really. Well, I suppose it's alright if they had something other than black on the background. Now, it's not actually bright enough for me to read this here. Yeah, I'd need my proper reading glasses. So, I couldn't even remember that this game had the can-can. Thank you, COVID. You freed up a lot of space used by fast, superior memories of a far superior time. You cocksuckers. Well, I'm pressing N for music. F7 is start. If it's joystick port 1, we're a bit fucked. I can't remember if you meant to go fast on these, but I don't want to play this unless I'm in my 80s redecorated room, which would be like 2021. I played Kickstarter too. Is KGB Super Spy going to be as good as Sly Spy? Let's find out whether you want to or not. That's what's going to happen. You can ignore it, you can click off the video. Yeah, I notice people click on like the premiere for the C64 and they click off. You're talking like 5 seconds. What the fuck were they expecting? Naked women? Fucking snuff videos? What's wrong with these people? You know, they click on and it's showing, you know, I don't know, Ghosts and Goblins loading or whatever. What was the first game I tried? I tried Commando, I tried Arkanoid. And, you know, like, what did you expect, mate? And actually, Arkanoid, I think, was the thumbnail anyway. Because I stitched 3 files together anyway. I was like, there's something wrong with these people. And when you see like a maximum number of like 6 or something, like, well, I'm never doing a live stream. Bollocks to that, mate. Now perhaps if I could hold the instructions for Infiltrator, like, I don't know, long time away, but the sun's going around the side of the house at the moment, so I'd say after about 4 o'clock maybe, on a very sunny day in the summer. I've got 3 rooms in this house, no, 4 rooms in this house that would be perfect to use a DigiView with my Amiga 1000, if I ever find it. Can't remember if I saw it in the move, but before I moved house I still didn't know where it was exactly in the house. Did buy another one. Luckily I bought another one a long time ago. Wouldn't want to guess what they cost now. Wow. BMX Freestyle is shit. Powerboat Simulator is shit. It's got fucking basic typing quality ZX Spectrum graphics. They're not good ZX, they're like the worst ZX Spectrum. And the Amstrad version looks just as shit. SAS Combat Simulator is good, and I can't remember if Rallycross Simulator was good or not. I'm thinking of Grand Prix Simulator. We might try Rallycross Simulator next. So yeah, really this is all about the tapes. What it was like loading tapes. So I've actually artificially forced the 1983 C64 situation for me personally, which was, when I play a game it's got to be on cartridge or tape. There is no disc option. And when I had a C64 there were no turbo loaders. I actually found out Manic Mining for the C64 didn't come out until the end of winter or start of spring of 1984. It did take quite a while to come out. However, they did a fantastic job and improved it. And it's got nothing to do with the graphics or sound. They're both fine, especially for that time. But it's all about the jump controls. So I think when I wear these extra powerful glasses and use them as reading glasses, I think my eyesight does improve slightly, although not at the moment. It's better with them on. But I don't like wearing glasses, because glass is not, well, they're not glass, they're plastic for a start now. And these are ones I got from the opticians a long time ago. So you get glare and all that shit, no matter how clean the lenses are. I don't mind wearing them. I mean, I'm already an IQ level genius, I know that. So when I put these glasses on, I look like the stylish IQ, genius IQ, yeah, anyway. Good, it isn't joystick for one. So this was probably £3. Ah no, I played this game shit. So it's a highly accelerated version of what it was like back then for me. And obviously when I loaded up BMX Racing, I said, this is shit. There was a slight delay of like at least 3 or 4 days before I could load Spacewalk and say, it's a bit less shit. But I have to play them, especially back in the time of BMX Racer. I didn't have that many games. It was only by 1988 that I had like 125 C64 games, so is this Rally Cross now? See, I don't know. Such a stupid file menu system. See, look, this one says Rad Ramp Racer, and this one's got even less characters showing. There's 5, 5, 3. Well, actually, it does work out the same, but why are they doing the ... business? Do like a hyphen, you cocksuckers. Again, if they'd sent me these sort of things early on. It's got to be that, because it sounds like Codemasters could be the publisher at the end in brackets. It's like half a memory. If you're using this thing and you're just looking at the screen and the flashing border, without the sound of the cassette motor and the reels rubbing against each other in the case of the cassette turning, sometimes you get a squeak. Very rare. But I think it did happen once or twice. Yeah, you're actually still only getting half the experience. And then you've got to add the experience of actually handling the tapes, putting the tapes in there. It's like a difference between an automatic car, where you're just pressing the accelerator, and a manual car with a good gearbox and a good clutch. And you actually have to engage first gear, set biting point, creep off, and then, you know, press the accelerator more than it was. That's kind of the difference, even if you had a sampled sound coming out of an external like USB plug-in data set replica with a speaker of some sort. What was that speaker called? Sponge speaker, was it? It was on the Hornby thing the other week. So I may have played this game and it may be shit, I don't actually want to play any games at the moment because this joystick's crap anyway, and there's no fire button at all. Look at these two buttons here. Why don't these buttons up here do like rapid fire? I mean, they're close enough to be in the right position. I mean, what do these buttons actually do? I'm pressing them now and they're doing fuck all. Maybe they only do something in the virtual keyboard. Or do I like them colours more? Nah, they're nicer actually. Nah, I don't like them at the top. That's your classic C64 days. Yeah, maybe I'll try watching some more Red Dwarf bit later. I think I have to watch the ones with Norman Lovett. I think that's quite important. Because the special effects are so shit and the production value is so low in terms of budget. There's plenty of talent going on. I don't know if it would actually make it worse watching it on a TV instead of a projector. Because when you watch shit like that, it's like they're actually in the room with you, which they're not obviously, but it's really weird. Like I was saying to some guy who kept going on about, oh, HDMI's been around for like 15 years, whatever. Like, yeah, that may be true, but that's not the point, mate. And anyway, you're better off buying a 350 quid projector. Make sure it's by Optoma and DLP, obviously, which is all they do. For like 360, 70 quid instead of 7 grand for an 80-inch OLED TV. Because there is no substitute for a real set of speakers connected to your amp compared to any TV speakers or millennial fuck up favourite, the sound bar, like them fucking Bose CD players for 200 quid on QVC. And certainly no 80-inch image, no matter how good, no matter what the resolution, would be as good as a 140-inch image. There you go. If you're really that bothered about the quality of what you're watching to enjoy your movies and shit, I think we got screen burn there. I did press stop. Now get on with it. Ah, this might be one of those games where it senses whether the cassette thing is still pressed down, like the play button, because it draws current from the C64. There is actually a specific pin on the cassette adapter called Sense, so it will know if you know, the data set is actually trying to use the cassette port. And we are stuck right now. Right now we are stuck. It's not a joystick port 1 problem. You're not going to get past this screen, so I'm not going to get to play it. So I'm curious now about what the hell's going on. So I did the decent thing and I copied my SD card from the SD to IEC. So the stuff here is now identical. Now there is a slight issue here because unless Rallycross is at, well, actually Rallycross, there we go. I was just curious to know what kind of game it was. No, no, no. Sounds a bit like a rubbish Erasure tune there. I think there's one to start. Yeah, we want joystick. No, we actually want joystick. Does that mean pressing 4 will make it joystick? Or it is now set to joystick? Now if they put use joystick, press 4, that would make sense. Cracked by XXX with a 1mm cock of hotline. You see, that was the keyboard. Unless it's joystick port 1. But I did say press fire and all that, so it could accept both. It was joystick port 1 though. If you press to, you know, arrow back, it will do something, and space would accelerate you. You're moving the camera, buddy. Yeah, what are you going to do if I get a Maine Coon and he's like 50% bigger than you? You're going to be a bit shafted then, aren't you, killer? Hey? He's actually on the prowl a bit for a confrontation. So how do I know how much time there is? How many laps has that arsehole got? Oh, there we go, the time is alternating. It's times like this you wish the theC64 had a warp function. Well, that's probably barely achieving, you know, full speed. There's probably not much extra. But I could frame skip. It could go down to like 2 frames per second while you're warping. That is an option. So that game looks alright. Right, if you want to go out, I've got a bit of a problem, innit? Oh, don't put your stink on my cup, mate. Don't like boiling the water every time I've got to wash the cups. I'm getting a bit of my cat, although I think the 2 people who wanted to see the cat so much, they don't watch this channel anymore anyway. Maybe there wasn't enough pussy on the channel for them, innit? I don't fucking know, mate. There you go. Adamski's showing his arsehole. That's his review of the theC64. Oh, what's going on with your foot? You right there? Yeah? You okay? Yeah. Alright, buddy. Right, so I'm going to have to press 4 until it says keyboard now. And hopefully that'll be it. And if that's not it, it's one of those very unusual games where pressing the keys on the keyboard don't do the... it is one of them games. So it must be joystick port 1. Ah, bollocks to this, mate. Quicker to load it again, if I could be bothered. I've already done that game, I seem to remember all them problems. And tapes. Yeah, I still got a copy Super Monaco actually on there. Now for me to download stuff, like everyone else whose computer's updated, from, if I wanted to get the image on GameBase64, which I don't always want to do, I'd have to go on GameBase64, see which crack that is, then go on CSDB and download it from there. Because no browser supports FTP. If there's anything worth loading here that's you know, gonna have a nice loading page. I was actually going to do Scary Monsters, but couldn't really find the instructions. There was a review in Zap though. Is this Seaside Special? It doesn't look like task set software, but it could be version A and version B. Well, I don't know how to play that, and oh, buddy, you're sniffing my hair. Is that sheep in space? Must be. What's sheep versus fox? I think that might be Shockwave Rider. Ah, John Gage likes that game. If it's FTL, I'm guessing it'd be Cyberload. Doesn't look like Cyberload. Is this actually Shockwave Rider? I don't know, but I need something to drink. Non-alcoholic, obviously. It was this game. I don't really want to play it now. It was like Richard or David Darling. That one there. All you get, nothing worth losing your head over. Oh yeah, there was an episode that was inspired by the Running Man. Activated, deactivate, that shit. Can I actually beat anyone up? There's not much of a future if I can't punch them in the game. So. You can only punch forward, eh? And you can't jump. No, I don't really like this game. Told you I didn't feel like playing this game. Just ship of doom. I actually have this game and it's probably really shit, so colours are flashing a bit there, aren't they? TV, the theC64. Definitely some pulsating going on in the intensity of the colour there. Doesn't seem to be doing it here. So I got a coffee. I don't know what kind of biscuits I should have. I don't think any biscuit would help this situation. Not even malted milk chocolate covered biscuits. Never mind wagon wheels. Ooh, murder a wagon wheel. Fig rolls? Nah, I only got one pack of them. They may be out of stock and I'll go shopping again. Chocolate malted milk. Ah, the old rubbish shortbread. We'll give that a go then. Have it. Well, as soon as I had a very healthy lunch. Damsky is staring at me intently. You won't believe me. Look, there he is. See? Intensely staring. He's got owl face. That's probably completely cockeyed now. Oh well. Probably a shit game anyway. Probably played 99.999% of the good games. Really good games that I'd want to play more than once on a C64. So if I could only find where Super Monaco was, I'd play that now. And actually, the cars are not bad graphics. I mean, the cockpit for your car looks a bit shit, but oh, 24 hours of it passed since I was exposed potentially to that shit virus. Why is there a closed picking here? I bet you I'm not going to want to play this game. I mean, I've done most of the games and I've done most of the major publishers. So looking at the, is this fucking working now or not? Don't look good. Does not look good, sir. Perhaps TOSEC is spelled UNTESTED. It's the third tape image that hasn't worked now. Now, in the decades of using emulators with tape images, I've never had a problem like this. So, I mean, it's not like the border's flashing or anything. Now, it would help to know if, you know, the cassette is still, the virtual tape deck is still going or not. Like I said, maybe on a TAPuino you'd see that you'd reach the end of the file. I don't know, I ain't got one of them. Ah, cool. Wrong button. Now I make these shit directories, why isn't it called S1 then? Nah. Yeah, that's no good. Street Warriors, wonder what that is. Yeah, we'll try that then. It's you know, bit of a rubbish experience if you have to use these things. Now, Daisy Soft also did Scorpius, I believe. I mean, one of the people involved in that game, they're quite forthcoming, like with information about Scorpius. That's always nice, that is. If you upload a video and the original developers, you know, get in touch. And they tell you loads of things. I mean, George Fail was talking about, you know, doing the synth sample for the Commodore 64. Now his account got removed for some reason, and so all the comments got removed, but I did save them, because, you know, you wouldn't do that for like comments, but because that was the actual single person who made that iconic demo happen, and he was the one, no, I can't remember if Commodore got in touch with him, I think they did, about, you know, making it a demo. Anyway, I don't think he's dead. Certainly he wasn't dead at the time when his account was removed. I think it was just one of those things, if you don't log into YouTube for so long, then it would delete your account if you didn't have videos on it. That is a thing. Why anyone would want to go on YouTube now, I've got no idea, mate. Fucking YouTube is shit. And that's with AdBlock. It's even worse without AdBlock. I can guarantee you, anytime you want to find something that isn't more than a fucking clip, you're going to end up on Daily Motion anyway, or be unhappy with the Google video search results. It won't be on YouTube. And if it is on YouTube, like the Scrap Heap Challenge, where they actually have to make some sort of flying powered aircraft, it's going to be some really shit 240p VHS rip with forced fucking Norwegian subtitles on it that take up half the fucking screen. To line up the camera a bit, but TV's so huge, perspective comes into play. Yeah, well, it's nice to play retro games on big TVs, but can't even lift the large Sony I got here. Although some of that is because it's such a shit case design. It's all rounded off, and it's a big bulky cube sized thing. The old Panasonic 32-inch CRT that I got from the workshop at the back of the garden in my old house, carried all the way along the garden, through the extension, through the kitchen, through the hallway, up the stairs, all the way down the hallway again, and stuck it in the very front of the front bedroom in the bay window. I don't think I'll be able to do that again, even if I had that TV, but that TV was easier to hold. It was heavier, but it was easier to hold than this. So there was no loading picture. Never played this before. I'm trying to see who does the music, it just says sounds. I was trying to watch Terminator Genesis the other day. I fucking made it into maybe 10 minutes of actual watching it. I was like, fuck off. I think they may be vertically expanded multicolour sprites, but they may not. I'm not sure, you know. They do look blocky, but that might just be because the graphics are not very good. It's not up to the same standard as Scorpius graphically, as far as the pixel art goes. I know what I'm collecting here. Spanners. Need to repair my BMW, and I'm beating them up because they fucking tried to break into my car and fucked up the locks. Yeah. These so-called trendy parts of London. You have to be a knob with a fucking nice car to live there, because it's going to get fucked. So is it just like one level? We've got 13 credits, that's a bad sign. The joystick is too noisy and in a cheap sounding way. I'll go up here. Get out of my way, mate. He's like smooth criminal, do the way they're like following you around. They can't leave the screen. But they can't actually get me here. That could have been a bit embarrassing if I couldn't actually hit him from there. Yeah, I'm going down here, so there's no obvious way for me to leave the level. This can't be the entire game. It's not as nice as Scorpius, so there's that. Can't go off the screen. So, goodbye, sorry mate. Credit where credit's due. You get nothing for a pair if one of them's knackered like that. There's some sort of submarine game on the C64. It was Sub Hunt, one of them. I thought it was Mastertronic. Dell Suicide Voyage. I know what Suicide Strike and Suicide Express are. I tell you what, mate, I'd rather if it was 1984 or whatever, and I was actually looking at all the cassettes in the rack near the entrance of Derek's Records in Edmonton Green, Edmonton, London, N9, I can't remember the rest of the postcode. Then going through all these virtual files and blah 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 blah. Those memories are probably still there actually, but they are so fragmented and eroded as far as the connections go that I would actually need to see like you know, a POV video of that time, and that's never going to happen. Can't say I remember anyone walking into Derek's Records with a JVC camcorder. Get fucking mugged, innit? Get stabbed and mugged, and you lose the camera pretty fast if you did that. That's not very convenient actually, but mostly because you get stabbed and mugged and you wouldn't have the camera very long. You could only use a JVC camcorder in the posh parts of North London. And by posh I mean you're probably not going to get killed for a camcorder. I don't know how bad it was when I lived there actually, because obviously it gets worse every decade, so I don't think there was an unusual amount of stabbings when I was growing up. Anyway, I could recreate the racking shells obviously, but I don't think that'd help. But that's the thing. If I was like, you know, just approaching my teenage years now, I'd walk around with my camera recording everything all the time that I was out. Whatever I was doing, if I was like going to get fish and chips, or you know, gone to the market with me mates to pick up like the latest PS4 game. Obviously we're going back a few years. You could probably go back to PS3 era, I'm not sure. Maybe just before the PS4 come out. Because really, you know, the battery time and the SD card capacity has to be high enough. But YouTube would have existed, so I would have like recorded everything, dumped it on YouTube and just left it as an unlisted or private video. I think we've played this because of the fucking copyright Nazis. Thomas Schmidt, you're gonna get me in trouble, you bastard. Yes, we have played this bollocks. Thank fuck for that. Luckily I played that already and it's got copyright issues potentially. Wasn't there something called Super Cauldron? Hey, what's fucking hell, how am I supposed to know if that's Super Cauldron or not? Super Summit Football, Super Commando. Let's try Sunstar. Go on then, mate. Because these are full tape images, they have to be commercial games. So yeah, you know, basically if you didn't live and enjoy the time these machines are at, well, you're a bit fucked anyway. Even if your IQ is high enough to realise what a piece of shit Xbox, PS5, Windows gaming, Macintoshes, fucking Flash, browser games, mobile games. If you realise how shit they are, you're still fucked, because you can't go back in time. There's no point going and buying all this shit now, because it's like you've missed out, mate. It's too late. Interestingly though, if you did go and buy a 1991 or 90 BMW 325i Sport, you'd probably enjoy it even more now, because there's fuck all for sale brand new that's anything like that. Yeah, I think I've done this because I remember mentioning, you know, the weird colours there. Yellow, is that pink, to orange, to red, to brown. It seems a bit weird. They don't really go. Maybe they should have done some dithering, because they clearly have the dithering option. And then they've gone like green, well, light green, turquoise. Interesting that light green and turquoise are the same gamma. Or is that light blue? Yeah, that's light blue. Yeah, I've fucked about with the settings on the TV. So I know I've done this already. I don't even need to see the game. I probably didn't like it. It's not like, oh yeah, that's brilliant. Super Monaco Grand Prix, it's got to be that. How many pricks are there that are super? None, apart from Super Monaco. Adamski, what are you doing, mate? He's not going to be sleeping. The other cats are sleeping. This is like the Evil Dead loader. It's kind of like this, although I think there's less flickering, because the colours seem to be interlaced there. I don't know what's going on with that. That's weird. There's not so much up-down movement as just completely random changes. It's always good when you got the raster bars, and there'd be like scrolling character blocks. They would just get to that position in the tape and they'd just roll straight down or straight up. The colours wouldn't change. That was my favourite bit of your plain flashing border. Yes, I'm talking bollocks, but what are you supposed to do when the tape's loaded? Buddy, what are you doing over there? You're eating a bit of plastic. So, emergency! What are you doing, buddy? What are you, what have you got there? What is it with you cats and plastic, huh? What are you going to do if I get a Maine Coon that's 50% bigger than you? That's double your size, mate, 50%. And they've got bigger fur. Hmm? And what's your daddy going to do? He's already a bit scared of you. Maybe he shouldn't have bullied you when you was a kitten. Perhaps. What's your name? Darth Vader? Yay! Yay! The multi-load, obviously. Now this woman is actually it's from a Penthouse magazine or something. Let's have a look, hang on a minute. Accelerate is always fine, so yeah, we'll have automatic. I think I don't fancy doing. Ah yes, good old multi-load. Yeah, don't jump on the PC and knock it over and then, yeah, I ain't backed up that 2 terabytes, mate. Luckily there's no external drives, but still, yeah, definitely in a playful mood at the moment. Which means he's going to be very aggressive if he sees his daddy. Very aggressive. When the camera runs out, will I carry on playing this game? Well, yes, I will actually. Don't see why I should have to be bored for like 2 hours while the shitty battery charges up. Not my fault these tapes take so long. Oh, no, that's a bit risky. Buddy, you're too big to squeeze in there. Where are you going? Oh no! There you go. What is that anyway? Oh, that's a bit of the mini rolls. Is that your way of telling me you want mini rolls? Wait, don't put bloody holes in my fingers, you little shit. Right, just for that I'm going to move the plastic. Technically, Adamski's problem is he has a very high play drive. If he was a dog, he'd fetch the ball straight away. Unfortunately, whilst bringing it back to you, he put like 4 big holes in it with his teeth. I wonder what it'd be like to have 7 dogs, even if they were chihuahuas. Dogs are very difficult to potty train. It's a real fucking nightmare, actually. 9 times out of 10, a cat will just go to the litter tray. It's natural for them. Dogs are not quite the same, I don't think. Now, of course, I would prefer to play this on the Mega Drive. I can't get my copy to work. I'm not buying another fucking copy. They're too expensive. I really have to find the SCART cable for the Mega Drive. Try that out with the TV. See what happens there. I think I've only got 4 original model Mega Drives, and only 2 of those are the high definition graphics plus stereo sound labelled earliest models with the best sound and picture quality. Only one of those 2 actually works, unless you don't want to hear any sound, which is possible, I suppose, but no, actually it's not possible because you still need to hear the sound effects. It's really weird. It's like 99% turned down volume and sort of VIC-20 music in the background. To be honest, I'd rather be playing Pole Position 2. But this game actually works not too bad. Graphically it's a bit underwhelming, and the tyres look way too small for you know, the size of the windscreen there. What is it, a fucking go-kart? I thought the camera beeped, that's why I'm looking at the camera waiting for it to shut off. That's my excuse anyway. Can't actually see the camera screen from my peripheral vision at the moment. So I suppose this is a success because you don't really need the fire button. What would the fire button do? It's not a Brabham Turbo Formula 1 car, you know. Which would be the BMW ones they keep going on about. I don't know